Hello, CNG 124. Welcome to a check-in video for week 8. Um, Yesterday, I believe you should have got in your emails the 10th uh, or the day before. You should have got an email that had this addressed to you. Um, Basically, some guidelines that the campus is currently doing regarding the virus, and maybe some spring break, some considerations that you maybe should be aware of when you take spring break. Um, with this class, it doesn't affect us too much since we're already online. If you do have some face-to-face courses, though, I will do my best to be available outside of this course, since some of the campus resources may not be available um, in the future. So let's get back to, I want to jump to week 7 and look at our assignments. The Wireshark and ARP went relatively well. The biggest error I saw was the Ethernet frame type. Remember that the frame type is Ethernet 2, and it asked us down at the bottom here, frame type field. Once again, we're looking at Ethernet 2 as a frame type. And if we looked back in those slides for this week, we'd actually see that buried within the slides, Ethernet 2 is listed as the frame type there also. But basically, this table is just a conversation between your computer and the computer that has the answers for your computer um, when you're looking for who has IP address. And then if we go to the subnetting, went well this week. It went well. I'm just going to say well. Um, Make sure you do not get complacent. I think I saw the most errors on this one here. 4 nodes per subnet. Uh, I saw that some either hosts were miscounted or the table within the subnets were miscounted. So make sure you, once again, do not get complacent. Make sure that you're aware of what you're doing and transitioning the data up here to the data down here. It's almost like 2 parts of a project lab that you are doing. Building a hub network, great job. Next week we build a switch network. This week we're building a switch network, I believe. Yeah, so once again, you'll be diving into Packet Tracer again. After that, I think we get back to Packet Tracer in week 10. We put it down for a week, and then we pick it back up. Oh no, we just keep on going. Okay. In week 9. At this point, you should be somewhat starting to explore in Packet Tracer. It's one of those things that you don't want to just leave it alone. Look at, if you didn't watch a video in week, I think we're 3, one of those early weeks, on maybe how to use Packet Tracer, sit down and watch like a 30-minute video so you have a greater understanding of Packet Tracer. It's a really robust tool, but in this course we just use a very small functionality of it. I mean, you can really do a lot for it, like topology designing, basically network design. You can run server backup simulations. You can run network. Um, so when we look at network tables and we develop the ARP tables within a switch, or IP addresses even within routers, and those addresses, we can start to designate routers to be master routers, I guess, is the term you'd want, close to the term that you want to use. And those routers are the only routers able to update or send updates out across networks that other routers accept and update their tables. Um, and the same thing with switches at a lower level. Some switches are only designated as the secure switches to accept ARP table updates from. So this week, we once again take a look at the hub, building a switch network. Once again, I have the packet already made for you, and you're just going to be building a switch through the packet tracer. Subnetting 4, make sure you take a look at it. If you have questions, make sure to ask in the discussion forum where I have the lab discussion, or just reach out in Google Hangouts and ask a question. Everybody who's in Hangouts has either taken or is taking 124, so you have a lot of students that kind of know what you're going through at this time to complete that lab. Make sure to look at those feedbacks. If you have any questions or the campus decides to close in-phase classes, definitely feel free to ask me for help. I have a feeling that we're going to see some unique changes happening, and we'll do our best to be prepared for that. Have a good weekend, and if you're at, let's see, at Larimer campus next week, enjoy your spring break. I almost forgot the term. Enjoy your spring break. Do we have a test this week? No, we don't have a test. We have a test in week 10, so we should be good on tests. But make sure you stay kind of, when you're taking spring break, make sure you kind of stay in the loop. Maybe review that homework, look at that homework one more time. Have a great spring break. For those of you at Westminster and Boulder, I will see you Monday next week.